Hey there, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little something different, a little something motivational to kind of get your week started. I think I may start a series on here called Motivational Monday, where I just come on here and just, motivate you to get you through your week. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to feel your very best. I know we all can kind of use a little bit of a pick-me-up right now, especially with everything that's going on. So I thought I would share with you some of my tips to, pep you up and, having you feeling your very best. So if that's something that you're interested in, just keep watching. All right, before I get started, let me just introduce myself to those of you who may be new here. My name is Crystal, and on this channel, I talk about all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle related. So if you like this video and you want to check out some of my other videos, just go ahead and watch. And also like and subscribe to see more content from me. So yeah, let's just get into the video. So my number one tip would be to get up and dress up. So just get out, get up out the bed, even though you may not be going anywhere. You may just be sitting around the house, not doing a thing. Just the simplest thing is just to get up and, dress up. I know it sounds simple, but sometimes we get in a rut and we just want to lay in the bed all day. Well, that's not going to make you feel any better, unless you're just dog tired, then of course get your rest. But if you're feeling in a rut, the best way to get out of that is just to get up and, get yourself together, groom yourself, brush your teeth. This sounds so elementary, I know, but just get up, brush your teeth, comb your hair. If you're a woman and you enjoy makeup, put on a nice, face of makeup, put on, your best outfit and just be great. You can be great at home. I find that when I dress up, I feel my best when I dress up, and when I get up and dress up, I just feel my absolute best. And the saying goes, when you look good, you feel good. So it kind of, starts from the inside out, of course, but it doesn't help, doesn't hurt to, help that process along by just getting, dressed up. So that would be my first tip, is to get up and dress up. My second tip would be to stop comparing yourself to others. And this is bad when it comes to social media, because we see all these images and, even with YouTube, we see people who are, living their best life, seem like they have everything going on, have everything together. But trust me, everybody that you see on these social media sites does not have everything going on. So stop comparing yourself to an idea, or to, what people put out, because we don't. And when I say we, because I have an Instagram, I have, obviously YouTube, and I don't show my worst parts. You don't see my worst day. You don't see me when I'm having a bad day, because nobody wants to see that. So don't compare yourself to other people and think because they seemingly have it going on and they have their life together that, their life is together, because it's not. I would beg to differ and think that most days, most people's lives aren't totally together, so stop comparing yourself to, the next person and thinking because, they have that and you don't, that you're any less. And that's just not the case. So yeah, that would be my second tip, is to just stop comparing yourself to other people, because everybody does not have it going on 100% of the time. My third tip would be, if you don't like something about, a situation or yourself, then change it if you have the capability to do that. And this, this is very, broad, but it can be anywhere from, how you look. If you don't particularly like, let's say, your weight, right? If you don't feel good about your weight, you can change that. You can exercise. If you don't like something, you don't like your job, you hate going to your job every day, well, find something that you enjoy. And right now, I know it's kind of difficult to do that, but there's nothing worse than to get up and go to a job or anywhere and you're not feeling it and you don't like it. So that would be something that I would say to do, is just to find something that you enjoy. Apply for that job that you may want. You may not like the job that you're at now. There may be a job in that company that you can apply for. Or if you don't, something easy. You know, you don't like your hair, you know, change up your hair, but make sure that you're doing it for you and not for anybody else, because this kind of goes back to stop comparing yourself to other people. Make sure that if you're going to change something about yourself or about your environment, that you're doing it because you want to and not because you're trying to be like other people, because that's the key when it comes to changing, is you got to want to change for yourself and not for somebody else, because change starts with you. So that would be my third tip, is to change it up, switch it up if you don't like something. My fourth tip would be to stay away from negative people who have negative vibes and negative energy. That in itself can just bring you down. You know, if you're around somebody that's always negative, that's always, you know, talking negative, you know, and we run into this a lot at work, right? I find myself around negative people sometimes, and you know, it's difficult when you're in close, you know, quarters with them. It's hard to kind of get away from them, but you say something positive. You know, you don't, you know, feed into their negativity. You know, even if, you know, you have friends in your life who you love dearly and they're just always negative, you know, say something to them. You know, hey, why are you so negative? You know, or hey, why do you feel that way? You know, try to divert from that negative energy or that negative vibe, because it can just bring your day down. And the last thing you want is, you know, you are, you know, woke up, you in a good mood, and then you get around somebody who's coming with this negative energy, and you don't want that kind of negative energy in your life, because you woke up happy and now all of a sudden you're wondering, why am I feeling this way? Yeah, you probably, because you're around this negative person and they got their negative vibes and the negative energy all up on in your space. So yeah, stay away from those negative people, because hey, we ain't got time for negativity over here. There's enough going on in the world. We don't need anybody else to make things worse, okay? So yeah, stay away from the negativity. We don't need that in our lives. My fifth tip would be to listen to motivational music, or, you know, something inspirational or uplifting that's just gonna, you know, help to motivate you for the day. For instance, what I'm doing, this is my attempt to motivate you, and, you know, to motivate whomever may come across this video. Because I find that motivational music or inspirational music or inspirational quotes, you know, I love going on Instagram. That's probably, out of everything that I scroll and look at on Instagram, my favorite things to look at are motivational quotes, or someone saying something motivational. That, to me, in itself, for me, helps me to get through my day, or just, you know, kind of inspires me in my day, is when I look at something motivational as far as a quote. It could just be something, you know, simple, but it could be something that I needed for that day. So yeah, find you something, a motivational quote, or follow on Instagram. There are lots of Instagrammers who, that's all they do is motivational, you know, motivational sayings. Follow them and, you know, save some of those, you know, inspirational quotes to kind of get you through the day, that you can reference back to for when you're having a bad day. Because we all, like I said, have bad days, and sometimes need a pick-me-up to kind of, you know, pep us back up and start us, you know, and get us through our day. So yeah, find you something motivational, inspirational that will uplift you and get you through your day. My number 6 tip would be to eat healthy, or, you know, start a healthy journey or a healthy living journey. Especially if you're one to not really eat healthy, or if you don't, you know, exercise. I'm not saying diet, because diet can have some, you know, negative connotations to it, because a diet, you know, is assuming that you are, you know, kind of limiting yourself to a certain thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't too much like to say diet. I just like to use the term healthy living, or, you know, eating right, because I will occasionally, you know, indulge into some, you know, sweets every now and again, but you have to do things in moderation. You can't just eat unhealthy every day, because your body will feel it, you know, and you will feel it, and your body will, you know, react to that. You know, if you're not giving your body what it needs, then it won't function fully, and that in itself can make you just feel drag and just feel just sluggish all the time. So it's important that, you know, you put into your body what it needs, you know, the proper nutrition. that in itself can probably make you feel tons, a whole lot better if you learn to eat healthy, and then just do those other things in moderation, like, your sweets and things like that. Just do that stuff in moderation, but eat more of healthier stuff like fruits and your vegetables, things, that nobody wants to eat, but yeah, just try to have more of a healthy living lifestyle, or exercise. Incorporate exercise into your routine. And I know it can be difficult, especially if you're busy, but even just walking in your neighborhood for 30 minutes or so is, that's something that you were not doing. So try to find some ways to stay active and just to have a healthier lifestyle, and that in itself can make you feel a whole lot better. My 7th tip would be to help others or encourage others. I find that I feel good when I help other people. When I know that what I've done, if I've only helped 1 or 2 people, then I know I did my job. Which is why I want to do this Motivational Monday, because I would like, my purpose of my channel is to hopefully inspire and motivate people. And I know that if I've helped 1 or 2, if 1 or 2 people comment and said, you helped me or you inspired me, then I know I did my job, and I feel good, because I feel like, that I'm not just here just to exist, but I'm here to serve a purpose and to help somebody else in their day-to-day life. If more people did that, then a lot of us wouldn't be in the ruts that we're in, because we have someone who's in our back, who has our back, who's in our corner, who, is inspiring us and motivating us to, continue to go, continue to fight, continue to, get through it. It's important that we have those people in our corners that we know can inspire and to help us. So I find that I feel my best and I feel great when I know that I've helped somebody, even if they don't tell me that I helped them. I know that through their actions that I helped them and that I inspired them. So yeah, so sometimes helping other people and can make you feel a whole lot better and get you through your day, because that what you've done and the things that you've experienced were not in vain, right? You helped somebody else get through what they are going through because of what you went through. So yeah, help somebody else today. My 8th tip would be to see your healthcare professional, whether it be a doctor or a nurse practitioner, someone that you can visit or that you can see who is a healthcare professional, who can diagnose, okay, which is a doctor or nurse practitioner. But yeah, go to your doctor, and because the feeling that you may be feeling and the reason why you don't feel as good as you should, maybe because of a health issue. There may be something going on with you health-wise that needs to be addressed. You may be anemic, or something may be going on with your thyroid. It may be some hormonal issue going on that you may not be aware of. So you can get those things fixed by going to a doctor and getting checked out. So, visit your doctor, see get your yearly checkup if you haven't been, or, get your, monthly checkup if you go monthly and you haven't been in a while. Because of the pandemic, a lot of the offices have been closed. So I think a lot of places are starting to open back up, and they even have, virtual visits where you can talk to a doctor virtually. So yeah, there's options out there. So just go get checked out just to make sure it's not something health-wise going on with you that's making you feel, sluggish or making you feel down, because that can be fixed and, help you to get back on track to feeling your very best. My 9th tip would be to learn to say no. Sometimes we say yes to any and everything just because we want to be people pleasers. But I found that it's hard for me to please people if I'm not, 100% feeling my best. And so sometimes you just have to learn how to say no to, that friend or that coworker who's always pulling on you to do something or need you to do something. If you don't feel it, then don't do it. That's as simple as that. If I'm not feeling up to doing something, I'm not going to do it. If I don't feel up to going somewhere, I'm not going to go, because that's just going to make me feel 10 times worse than what I was feeling before. So learn to say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. If they don't want to be your friend because you choose to say no, then they were not a good friend to begin with. If they can understand that you need a break every now and again, that you can't be bothered with, doing everything for everyone all the time, fine. If people can't understand that, then that's their problem, not yours. So learn to say no to whomever. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your spouse, if it's your mom, your dad, your kids. Learn to say no. You know, it's okay to say no. I think sometimes we feel like if we don't say yes to everything that we're gonna lose out. But the reality is you need your time to revitalize and to be rejuvenated before you can help somebody else. So that kind of goes into what I said earlier about helping other people. You need to make sure that you are 100% first before you can help somebody else, right? So yeah, that would be my next tip, would be to learn to say no. And then my 10th and final tip would be to stop worrying about things you cannot control or things you cannot change. And I know I said if you don't like something about yourself or whatever, or a situation, then to change it. Well, there's some situations you cannot change. You know, there's some things you cannot control. That's just a part of life. And I think we worry too much about things we cannot control. But the thing is you have no control over it. You can't change it. So why worry about it? You know, let it go. Let it be what it's going to be. Move on to something else. You know, you can't change, especially if you're trying to change a person or, you know, whatever. You can't change a person. They're going to be who they are. Like I said before, change starts with you. No one else can make you change but yourself. And so, yeah, don't worry. Stop worrying about things or situations or people you cannot change, you cannot control. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what you do have control over. Focus on what is tangible that you can grab a hold to and, you know, cause it to become what you need it to become. You know, so yeah, so stop worrying. Worrying does nothing but age you, okay? Worrying does nothing but make things worse. Worrying does nothing but cause more health issues. Like worrying, there's no need to worry. Just focus on the things that you have control over, and everything else will either work out on its own or it won't. Either way, if it doesn't work out or if it doesn't be what you need it to be, then there's a reason behind it. So, you know, hey, move on from it, right? So that's my 10th tip, would be to stop worrying, girl. It ain't worth it. All right, and that's it. Those are my 10 tips to living your best life or to feel your best self. So yeah, so I may do a whole blog post and just kind of elaborate more on these 10 tips because sometimes I can talk and go through these tips and may forget something. So if I do make a blog post about it, I will be sure to let you know on here so that you can reference back to that blog post. But other than that, that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, just don't forget to like and also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. I think I'm going to be doing an Amazon haul. I just purchased some things from Amazon that I just needed for my home and just needed in general. So if you're interested in that, I will be back here on Wednesday with an Amazon haul. All right, you guys, take care of yourself, and I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye, guys.